Hello, everybody. Dave Neal here, stand-up comic host, Bachelor Nation News. We're scraping the barrel. We've already covered the breaking news story Friday night of Michelle and Nate breaking up. They had to do it while I was out to dinner with my lady. And then last night, Katie announces her very short, non-statement statement that she is no longer... she's consciously uncoupled, as Gwyneth Paltrow says. Is that Gwyneth Paltrow? Whoever it is. Point being, she's done with John, right? So we got that story. Of course, she released that while I was at a birthday party. Can I get a little respect in this world? Do I not live in a country where you warn the power recappers before you're going to make some news? You know what I mean? It's like, how dare Michelle on a Friday evening think she can just dump some media out and I'm not going to be. I rushed home. I pushed my lady. I said, get in the car, put her seatbelt on. I hightailed it in my 4-cylinder old Toyota back home. We putted it and we nailed it, as we do. Follow me on Instagram at @DNeals if you want to see what it's like. I've been roasting people over there. Oh, boy. It is Unfiltered Dave over there at Instagram. And then also, more folks are joining. Patreon.com/Dave Neal. We appreciate the community. Let's get that number up to 300. We got a whole party happening over there every single day, private live streams. All right, so Morgan P. Talks, our good friend over there at Morgan Pop Talks, posted the Instagram statements, as you do. When did Instagram become so popular with influencers? And it's like, don't they realize the money's in YouTube? You know what I mean? Like I'll tell you what it is. And this isn't an indictment of anybody, especially in this video. But Bachelor contestants build an Instagram following because it's easier. And so few of them transition their following into YouTube because YouTube's not as easy. But I think long-term longevity, if anyone's out there and trying to grow their channels, I think YouTube's a revenue share. You make, if YouTube makes money, you make money. It's like you have equity in the company versus Instagram. Either way, I digress. So we've got John here strangling Katie, sexually or not. Either way, they were happy. It was, large sweater season, and they just didn't work out. And then of course Nate and Michelle, there they are as well. Both men very huggable. Nate tall, John tall. It's so annoying to meet taller men. Everyone in Bachelor Nation is so tall. If I'm an average height, 5'10" and a half. I say 5'11". My fiance always yells at me, "You're 5'10". It's like, listen there, Tasha. I'm whatever height I want to be today. Okay, you know what I mean? Heightism exists. All right. So I'm 6'5" when I'm standing on my treadmill right now. Excuse me. Of course, Nate's 6'8", and so there they are. Of course, didn't work out. And then Katie's statement: "We know we aren't together," which people were like, "What the hell does that mean?" And then John says, "Oh, So everyone's been analyzing these statements, and there's some sort of conclusion that Katie might have a little bit more of hesitancy to post this. Like, I'm sick and tired of people asking, we're not together. Like, that's kind of the vibe. Versus John, who's like, I love being able to share my happy moments, my sad moments. We're no longer dating. The decision's not made lightly. Obviously, it's so in a public relationship, if they can keep the details out of the breakup, that's a good thing, generally speaking, because, it's like people start to play victim. Not saying this is happening, but, like audiences want to be like, who got stiffed? Everyone wants to know who got stiffed, right? And look, it's like, it's been a tough year for the Bachelorettes of 2021, as we know. Katie Thirsty Thurston, the thank you for your feedback of Matt James season, was the first announced Bachelorette, and then shortly thereafter her was Michelle Young's. They did a back-to-back season, a sandwich between A Bachelor in Paradise. What a year 2021 was! Now, for the first time in several years, we're left with 3 months with no content, and all I'm forced to do is just make videos about, Kaylin and Dean.
That's rubbish, Dave.
And all the other BS that exists out there.
Barrel scraping Dave.
And barrel scraping we shall do. And, of course, Michelle Young and Nate had a little bit, and here's the difference. Michelle and Nate, their story, their journey, they had the engagement on the show, and it was the big deal. Obviously, they were presented with a down payment for a home, $200,000. And I can't tell you, so many people were concerned. And I'm not claiming that this is a racist thing. We don't know. We have nothing to compare it to because Michelle was the first person in Bachelor Nation to receive funding like this. But so many people are like, are they going to give the money back? It's like, listen, Trisha. Okay? It ain't your money. All right? If they want to keep it, it's theirs to keep. No one handed them the money saying, here's your check for $200,000. So if you make it for $3. No. Now, yes, Neal Lane has the Neal Lane has the whole 2-year window or whatever. They take the ring back, and these rings from Neal Lane are valued at this crazy amount of money. But I found out recently that there could be some evidence. Now, hold on, folks. Hold on. If we're going to be barrel scraping, we need to do it with all the tools. There could be evidence that I just found out that the Neal Lane rings are actually pretty shitty rings. And they're actually not worth anything like they're said to be worth. Oh, just some evidence out there. Maybe we'll piece it together. You know, if you ever come to my YouTube channel and I got one of those monocle sort of, X-ray vision things, and I start analyzing these rings, the clarity and the cut of the, clarity, cut, consent. What is the thing you're looking for there? The 4 C's, clarity, cut, consent, and, I don't know. I'm trying to think of words that aren't going to get me flagged. Okay, so anyway, point being is that Michelle and Nate had a heavy burden on them to make this thing work. So chances are, take for instance, Katie and Blake. Katie and Blake, when I met them, we partied in New York. They were perfectly happy, but that was right when their relationship was coming out, and you start to see what direction they were going in. And Blake had his own commitments already set up. It's such a unique process, one of which I can't speak towards because I've never done it, but it's such a unique process in Bachelor Nation that you have to think that the relationship is so short-lived that you probably do want to incubate for a little bit afterwards. We know Clayton moved in real quick with Susie. But then again, hey, look, if the relationship can't survive a little long distance, we're not talking years, but if the relationship can't survive 3-4 months of long distance, then the connection probably just wasn't that strong. And that's okay too. Better to find that out sooner than later. So for Katie and Blake, she was just like, look, I don't have the time. I'm getting over it. Now, I have to say this. I said it in comments and I have to say it again. The folks, look, you can believe whatever you want to believe, but for those that actually watch my channel, this guy Oliver, but I shut out names because I don't know who you are. He always has, she, I don't know who this is. He always just seems to have the shittiest takes. I don't have his comment pulled up, but he said something along the lines of, well, Dave's friends with Katie, so he's not going to tell. It's like, listen, just shut up, Oliver. Okay, just shut up. All right? Enjoy the channel, hit the like button, do whatever, but just shut up. Why is Dave telling his audience to shut up? No, I'm not. I'm telling Oliver to shut up, and Linda. Linda can go, whatever, from the previous video. The point being is that, look, yeah, of course a bias exists and all that, but you can end a relationship with somebody that relationship with Blake was ending. There was no oh, I decided I love John Moore. It was one verse. No. That's not what it was. This isn't like when you're in the finals and you're Caitlin Bristow and you're like, I love Sean Booth and I love the way Nick, he hits it right, whatever. I don't know. Small YouTubers with the big YouTuber energy, whatever it is. That just wasn't the case. So when people looked at Katie's 12 Days of Mess and they saw that John was the last guy, the big reveal, which, by the way, thank you, Katie. I was on vacation and one quick video a day, Katie, I was making videos. You saw highlight of my 2021 was making videos in line at Magic Mountain. The people in front of me like, who's this guy talking to? And I'm like, we're breaking news, baby. Fast pass, let's go. It was a live show. So the point being is that I personally believe this, and I try my best not to break this stuff down with Katie. I really could care less about. I don't want to know someone's nitty gritty details if they're not sharing that with the world. So this is my thought without asking or talking to her about it. But my thought of 12 Days of Mess is that she planned that out before she even started dating John. And my thought being, she got so much hate for it. Look, listen. Like I said, stand-up comedian, I do bits all the time. Sometimes they bomb. You write a bit thinking it's going to be good, and then it bombs. You're like, oh, jeez, I thought it was going to be good. She thought 12 Days of Mess would have been a fun thing, and some guys thought it was a fun thing. But then you had Becca Kufrin unfollows Katie Thurston, the way Katie talked about Thomas, and all these other issues that came from it. It was mess. She delivered on the mess. With that said, she never used Greg Grippo, right? She never used Greg Grippo, right? I believe he was supposed to be the 12th day of mess. He was the culmination of the mess. She did Blake, and I think Blake took it in good fun. Like Blake's just a chill, good guy. He's a Canadian. Like, I don't think you can say much that's going to piss Blake off. And you know why that is? Because he's got like confidence, and he knows who he is, and he's busy with his own life, and like it just doesn't bother him. He's unwavering. He's rooted. And so Katie was going to make Greg Grippo. And again, these are my thoughts, my theories. My theories. Katie was going to make Greg Grippo her 12th guy. She decided to can him because she was like, oh boy, if they didn't like guys 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, they ain't going to like this. And instead she goes, all right, day 12, I'm going to reveal John. And I think she revealed that relationship sooner than she would have normally thought. But I can attest, having now marrying who was a really good friend of mine, became like when Tasha and I started getting when we got serious. I say serious, but we progressed our relationship very fast when it came down to that, because when we decided to take that leap from friends to more, out of the friend zone, I'm coming out, don't stop me, grab me a ladder, I'm coming out of the zone, when we decided to take that leap, I'm losing my mind. We had all that bonding, and it wasn't just like I met a new person here. So plenty to discuss there, but I reject the whole idea, Oliver, that there was emotional cheating. I mean, because look, emotional cheating, it's like, where do you draw the line? Where do you draw, like, when does something become emotional cheating? The mailman, so then you marry him after, you were emotionally cheating with the mailman. No, you just knew the guy. So I don't think it was emotional cheating. I think Blake was sort of goaded into asking that when they were asking him about it. And of course he was hurt. But of course we're all trying the best with the information we have. So all that to say, for her latest breakup, she's like, I'm done with statements. So this was it. Statement. No, we aren't together. And it's brilliant. It's like, it's the exact opposite of 12 Days of Mess. It's like, look, you want something? Here, take it. Take it, you scoundrels. So anyway, there it is. Statements. We aren't here together. All right. So anyhow, we got a lot to get through. This comment was put on one of Katie's Twitters from her high school friend. The friend said, "It's so funny to me seeing everyone be so interested in Katie's life. LOLO, LOLOL. I went to high school with her. We played volleyball together. I never imagined her getting into all this stuff. But I will say one thing is for sure, that girl has always been a savage." Laugh, laugh. And then someone said, "Well, don't leave me hanging. Spill some tea, my friend." That's like such a cynic. Spill some tea, my friend. She goes, "There is no tea. I've always admired Katie for literally never giving a flip. She pushes the boundaries, and I think that challenges a lot of people's ideas of what women are supposed to be like, and I love that." Now, some people have said, "Oh my gosh, no way. She's by not giving a flip, that means she treats guys a certain way." And it's like, look. She's the only contestant, the only like big lead to speak out on the Joel Coleman stuff. She's spoke out on other injustices. She's used her platform, and she's done. And again, this isn't a Katie PR thing, but it's like people just don't know what the hell they're talking about. I know of instances where she went out of her way with no cameras watching, with no Instagram stories, with none of that to help others. And I'm not talking like, when you know those things, you go, oh, this person means well, even if maybe they're new to battling how to date someone from a TV show you guys were on together. Know what I'm saying? So anyway, Nate, after his breakup, I didn't share this because it wasn't really a story, tweeted, thence deleted this, "Y'all really think you have me figured out, eh? This is nuts." And that was in response to everyone thinking that Nate was the bad guy. Nate seems like a good guy. He never ended up making the leap to moving to Minnesota. I think he tried. He had work and all these things. And it's like, look, maybe that was his first serious relationship, and maybe he's learned a lot, or maybe he's not ready, or maybe he's got insecurities. Who the hell knows? So as we know, when we go through these breakups, how to get over a breakup according to relationship experts. And we have number 1, rebuild your self-esteem by going going on to Bachelor in Paradise, and then try 3 new places. Maybe Bachelor in Paradise Canada. Maybe that. Avoid going after a rebound. Well, that's a tough one. Come on, who doesn't want to? I don't know if I like that advice. I think we live in a country. Hold on. I think we live in a country where you get your rebound. You get dumped, you get broken up with, You get out there and have fun. Do you. Go meet somebody that's Mr. Wrong or Mrs. Wrong. Consensually get out there and drink a couple hard ciders and, bump some Harrisons. Just do what you got to do. Take it from me. Take a realistic walk down memory lane. Okay, what else do we have? Do a social media detox. Hey, Katie did that. Let go of the idea of closure. Oh, yeah, closure's getting a better significant other after you've been dumped or dumped someone. Closure is always just trying to do better in life. Focus on things that help you feel grounded. Okay, so bunch of nonsense there. And then, of course, everyone's talking about hot girl summer. And I know people come, Dave, it's problematic because I said I wanted hot boy summer. And it's problematic the way you talk about weight loss and this and that. It's like, yeah, you know what's problematic? Me not being happy with my weight because I spent the last 18 months sitting down making content and eating chips all day. You know what's problematic is me loving pizza, okay? Not even good pizza. Pizza that I get at 7-Eleven. You know why? Because there's a trash genetic code within me that wants to get a nice frozen. I literally can afford an expensive pizza, and yet what do? I get my lady the gluten-free diet cheese, all that BS pizza, that's expensive. And then I get the 7-Eleven. I don't even know if that's cheese on that pizza. There's a hair in the crust, and that's what I eat because that's my form of cutting is food. It's true though. It's true. Like my addiction is food. And for me, as you guys know, since June 1st, I've had to give up and it won't be full-time. I know the D word, diet's very tough on people, but I've had to give up a certain foods. I am not eating fruit. I am not eating any sort of breads, any sort of sugars. I'm going pretty high on protein, but also a lot of salads. I'm eating a ton of carrots and broccoli and dip, high fatty dip. I'm not skipping on fats or cheeses, but I'm not doing like tomato sauces or salad dressings that have sugar and all that. And honestly, I dropped a bunch of weight real quick and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling strong. It's in here. So we've all got different sort of triggers. The older we get, the more we realize what they are and what we need to work on. Some people can have a biscuit and be perfectly fine. If I eat a biscuit, I'm ending up with a bowl of pasta. There's no in-betweens, okay? So for me, I'm actually very happy 21 days into my my summer reinvention. But I say this because hot girl summer, a term coined by Meg the Stallion, not the Stallion, the Stallion. She says being a hot girl is about being unapologetically you, having fun, being confident, living your truth, being the life of the party. So hot doesn't mean fitting into a certain bikini or this. Hot girl summer, maybe after a breakup, hot girl post breakup, is about finding the parts of you that you neglected in your relationship, living those out and really expanding in that positive energy. And for that, I think Michelle and Katie are right on their path. So just go out there and be selfish. Don't be providers for others. Be selfish. Take care of yourself. And then, the old Keith Urban song? What's the dang, I just hit the wrong button. What's the song yourself? I got no money in my pocket. I got a hole in my jeans. I'm on the road, my baby. Who wouldn't want to be me? Who wouldn't want to be me? We're living life. Make sure your life involves people wanting to be you, not for any ego reason, but because you're living a life worth wanting. All right, we'll go see you guys later. I'm done for the day. Bye, guys.